user. I will tell you for that Mac users, I will show you. The first is these requirements only for the Windows users. You just check your RAM, Windows version, storage, that's all. And this is all for Windows users. And for the Mac users, MacBook users, you can see here. This is only for that MacBook users. If your device meet up to these requirements, then only you can manage to download Android Studio. Otherwise, that Android Studio will not able to download. So I hope your devices will meet up to these requirements, right? Okay. So those who are using Ubuntu, I will show you. You can see here. So other than using if you're not using Windows or the MacBooks, you can check with these requirements. Like what I am telling, for downloading that Android Studio, your device have meet these requirements. Your device have Windows version 1011, like 8, 10, 11, and it has an 8 GB RAM, 64-bit. Some things will be there. So your devices will meet these requirements. Other than you will not able to download that Android Studio. Like those who are using the Ubuntu, you can check it here. So everyone's devices is have these requirements, right? Like I just told you, you just check. One thing, guys, you have to join the meeting at sharp 4 o'clock or before 4 o'clock. Otherwise, you still confused. So someone is asking, tell from starting, right? So you have to join that meeting at a 4 o'clock. If the requirements is not met, you have to change the device. Otherwise, there is no alternative. So you just check your Windows version, RAM, and bit. That's it. There is no alternative. You just update your laptop. That's it, I think. Because Android Studio have took some space. It Because of that you have to check those things. I'm just telling that in the beginning also I'm telling only for downloading that Android Studio you just check with your device requirements. I will show you once in the screen. For Windows, you have to reach these requirements. Your storage, RAM, Windows version, you check these things. So it will meet these requirements. So you can able to download Android Studio. If it's not meet these requirements, you just update your device or you have to change. I think. So after that, we can download that Android Studio. I will share that link, or otherwise you just go to your Chrome browser and search for that Android Studio download. And now, in if you are in present in the meeting, don't log into that LMS platform like Mind Matrix platform. Don't log in. Don't log into that LMS platform. You just listen carefully what I am saying. If your system is not met this requirements, you just note down that steps somewhere. So you so now we can move on to that downloading. You just in the Chrome browser, you go to that Chrome browser and search for that Android Studio download page. Or otherwise, I will share that link. Wait a second. In the chat, I will share that link. So I already shared that link in the chat. This is for all the users, Windows, MacBook users, or some other users. Same link for all the users. Same link for all the users. So you just go through with that. Or otherwise, you just search Android Studio download page. So when you search that, the first link, you just click on that first link. You can see in my screen, I'm sharing Android Studio download page. I searched and that Android Studio download first link will be there. Right? You just click on that one. So this page will be open. The developer's page will be open. So in this page, click on the download Android Studio Panda 1. When you click on the download, it will asking for some terms and condition. Go through with these terms and condition, read once, and then check this box, like select this box and click on download. When you click on that link, the developer's page will be open. So in that, Click on Download Android Studio Panda 1. When you click on the download option, the another page will be open. The terms and condition page will be open. Go through it once, and then in the last, select that pass, have read and agree with the above terms and conditions, and then click on Download Android Studio Panda 1. So all of you understanding this one, right? So until this step, all of you understand. So it is taking time to download. And one thing, don't type it in the chat like, ma'am, it is taking too much data and all other things. It is not my problem. So just wait some time until it's downloading. After that, we can move. So is it downloaded or still downloading? So if it's still downloading, you just note down the steps, because waiting is just time waste. So you just note down the steps. So after like one thing I have to told you guys, like I already downloaded this Android Studio before. So I will just orally tell you what and all the steps you do, and in that instructions also I can I share that instructions. In that you can see that what and all the option you can choose. If in case if anyone facing any issues in that steps, you can just tell me that step where what and all it is asking. You can just type it in a chat, and then I will tell you what you have to choose. Okay, is that okay, right? Because I already downloaded. If I am showing also, those steps will not required for me. So that's why I'm telling you, you if you are stuck with any steps, you just type it, what it is asking and which step you are in. So I will tell you what to do. Okay. So after downloading, it will store somewhere in the file explorer or some in the downloads documents. It will stored, right? So you just go on, click on that, double click on that one, that Android Studio. It is downloaded, right? So in your file explorer or somewhere, it will be stored. You click on where it's stored. And another one thing, I am now teaching about that Android setup, right? So don't ask any other questions regarding to the platform and all. Later, I will give you a time and you can ask me. Simply in the middle of the meeting, you just text me like, platform is not working. I'm not able to log in. No, I am teaching now the Android setup. So you have to focus on these things. And tomorrow you will come. Ma'am, I didn't know how to download this Android Studio. Now you are texting me like about the platform, right? You are not focusing about the Android setup. So just do now what we are doing. If it's in a zip file, you just extract that one. Extract all the elements in that zip file. Um, you have to select the standard. Select standard. That setup type will be asking, you have to select standard. So after you are opening that file, Android Studio file, after opening that file, it is asking for the user account control, right? This message will be pop up. So in this message, you just click on yes. That user account control pop up, if it's come, you click on yes. So after that, it will take you to that welcome to Android Studio setup dialog displays. So in that, you just click on next. Um, in the those steps, it will ask another some other questions. In those steps, you didn't choose anything. You just click on next. In that components, you have to choose all the components. And after that, click on install. It will take time to install and then click on finish. Did all of you understand what I am saying, right? When you open that, for Mac users also, this is same thing. These steps are same. I will tell you once again. After after downloading that Android Studio, after downloading that Android Studio, it will be stored in your file explorer, documents, downloads, whatever the path you can see there. It will be stored in the downloads only. So go to the downloads, then you just click on that file, double click on that file. So it will take some time to set up your Android app. And after that, it is asking for that, like one pop-up will be open, another window will be open. So it is asking for that user control. So you just give yes for that user control. You just give yes. Like Ryan, you have to select that standard. So after clicking on that user control, yes, it will open for that Android Studio welcome page. In that, you didn't choose anything. You just click on next. next. While in the if you are facing that component selection, you select all the components and then click on next. Later it will ask for a install. Click on install. So it will take some time that one bar will be there, right? That until that bar complete. After that only it is installed. So after that, click on finish. So until finish, everyone complete. So okay. So after that finish, like if anyone facing any other issues while selecting other things, for the install type, you have to select standard. That's it. Uh, in that part, you have to click on accept. Yes. And send user statics and don't send. It is just asking to like if the app in the future app will be updated or some other features will be added. So they will message you, like send a message or mail to update your Android Studio. It is on your own selection. If you want those messages, you just click on send user statics. Otherwise, you just click on don't send. So after installation, like you can, all of you can see this page, right? Welcome to Android Studio. This page will be seen, right? Welcome to the Android Studio. This page will be seen right after installing everything. Okay. So then, so in that new project, in that welcome page, click on new project. In the welcome page, click on new project. After that, after clicking on the new project dialog box will be open. So in that, in the template, select for phone and the tablet. In the template, select for the phone and the tablet. And for that activities, you can see some activities will be here. Empty activity, basic views activity, some other will be here. You have to select empty activity. First thing, you have to click on new project, and in the templates, select phone and the tablet. And for the activity, select empty activity. So after that, click on next. So after that, click on next, and it will open that empty activity page, like creating new empty activity, right? So in this page, you just change, like you just change that name of your project. Give the name as a greeting card, like change the name as a greeting card. So in that place, my application will be shown, right? So you just change that, erase that one, and type it as a greeting card. And after that, you can see in the minimum SDK, you can see that minimum SDK, right? You just check your minimum SDK is at API 24 or not. In minimum SDK, it is selected as a API 25, 24, or any other will be selected. If any other option will be selected, you have to select API 24. Normally, it is in the API 24. If in case it is changed, you have to select API 24. And for the name, you have to give a greeting card. So after that, click on finish. You are all get it right. license agreement, you click on allow or what it is asking. Okay, I will show in my screen, like in my Android Studio, how to select the new project. You first click on new project. Wait a second, I will present my screen once. So you are all seeing this one. Like, quickly give me a thumbs up. Okay, Ananya, I'm just telling those steps, repeat once again. So I just show you in my Android screen. I am repeating the step from that new project. I am repeating the steps. Listen carefully and focus on my screen. So you first click on new project. Click on new project. So when you click on that new project, this window will be open, right? New project dialog box will be open. So in that, in the templates, in the left side, you can see in the left side, you can see that templates will be there. Select the phone and tablet. Phone and tablet. In the templates, you have to select phone and tablet. And in the activities, you can see some activities will be there. So in that, you have to select empty activity. First thing, you have to click on new project, and then in the template, select for the phone and tablet, and for the activity, select empty activity. So is that clear, right? Selecting empty activity. So then click on next. After selecting that empty activity, click on next. So that empty activity page will be open. So in that, you can see like a name, package name, save location, minimum SDK, some other informations will be here. So you just need to change the name. In the name column, you can see the my application will be here, right? You just erase that one and type it as a greeting card. Erase that my application and type as a greeting card. This is your project name. You are giving your project name. So in the name column, type as in greeting card, and in the minimum SDK, you just check. You just check if your minimum SDK is at an API 24. Normally, it is in the API 24. If in case it is changed in any other option, you have to select API 24. And after that, click on finish. After changing that name and check on that minimum SDK, click on finish. You are all got it right. Is my screen is not presenting? Oh, now is it presenting? Or now you can see that, right? Guys, don't confusing me. Now you can see my screen or not? You are seeing my screen. Okay. Some of them are giving thumbs down, so that's why I'm asking. So you can see here that Android Studio page. So in that, go to that new. Okay. So this page will be open. Like 1 second, guys. Until what step you are lost my screen visible? I'm asking until which step. So after minimum SDK, you just check that minimum SDK as an API 24. Click on finish. That's it. So I will tell you once again, like what step we are doing. First thing, you have to click on new project. Like first, listen, guys. Like first thing, you have to click on new project, and then new project window will be open. And in that window, in the templates, you have to select phone and tablet. In the templates, you have to select phone and the tablets, and in activity, you have to select empty activity. Template, phone and tablet, and in the activity, select empty activity, and then click on next. Unnecessarily giving the thumbs down, I didn't understand what you are saying. If you are facing any issues, you just mention in the chat. That's why I'm opening the chat box. So after clicking on the next, after selecting that empty activity, click on next. So that empty activity page will be open. There you just, I'm not now sharing my screen. I'm just orally tell you the steps. So if the empty activity page will be open, in that you just change that name. Change the name as a greeting card. Change the name as a greeting card, and just check that minimum SDK is in the option of like I forgot what it is. Like minimum SDK at in the API 24. Just check that one. That minimum SDK is at an API 24, and in the name column, change it as a greeting card. Then click on next. If the components are still downloading, you have to wait until it's downloaded. You just allow it. Sushmita, you just click on allow. Before also, I'm telling that if you are still, if that app still downloading, or if your components are still downloading, you just note down that steps somewhere. So after downloading, you can do those steps, because for waiting until it's downloading, it's a waste of time for me. So after downloading the components, what it is asking? Like Davin Prakash will share you the steps. Go to those steps and follow those steps. Some of your friends try to help you guys. They're posting those steps. You just follow those steps and complete until this step. To select activity, you have to select empty activity. After giving the name to your project and checking on that minimum SDK, the page will be open. The coding page will be open. As I sharing in my screen, you are all visible. You can see my screen, right? Okay, one second. So you are all seeing my screen. So after clicking on that finish, it will open like this. One second. So in the left side, it is an Android project details about these things. This panel is about of all the project files, and here this is the code. Like Android Studio will give you a sample code every time if you are creating that new project in the empty activity. It will give that sample code. So now for you guys, in the top, you can see in your top of the page or in the bottom of the page, like thinking Gradle is in the process. Gradle syncing is in the process. You can see that, right? So after that process will done, you just wait sometimes to that process will done. Or in the bottom, you can see that importing that Gradle syncing something. So wait sometimes to be process to be done. So after, like I will just explain you after that what and all you have to do. After that process will done, in the right top corner, you can see these three options. Only after that syncing process will be done. After that only you can see those three options. Otherwise you can't see these three options. Uh, Simply just don't put like I'm not seeing. After completing that process only you can see those three options. So in that in those three options, the middle one or the second one will be the split. Click on that split. The second one or the middle one is the split option. Click on that split option. So then this preview will be open. After clicking on that, this preview will be open. For some students, it will directly shows this output. For some students, it is showing that no preview or build and refresh. You just click on that build and refresh. First thing, you have to wait until this syncing process will be done. After that only you can see those three options in your right top corner, and then in the middle one, that the second one will be the split option. You can split that one. That one panel will be open, like one small page will be open. This page will called as in preview. So what it is like why we are using this preview, like whatever you are using this code, whatever the design, you can see it in your preview. So the output will be seen in this preview. For some students, directly that output will be given. For some student, it is asking for build and refresh and some other things. Click on build and refresh and wait sometimes. And after sometimes also it is asking, it is showing like initializing. After that only it will give that output. Did you guys understand this, right? After finishing the minimum SDK, you just wait sometime, like click on finish. After that, you just wait sometimes for that process will be done. The syncing process will be done. So is anyone seeing that output? Like you are already completed with that process, syncing process and all. I'm asking, is anyone seeing that output? If you are not seeing or not, only those who are seeing just reply. Why you are all replying no, no? You know you are not seeing. Like Archana, if you are now seeing that blank screen, there one refresh button will be there. You click on that one. You can see in my screen. If you are seeing that blank, if you are seeing this split screen as a blank, you can see that you are up to date will be here. For someone in this place, you can see that refresh button will be there. Or if you are seeing that up to date, you can click on that one and build and refresh. Or you can press and control shift F5. After selecting the API, Bindu, I will only tell you like after selecting the API, you just click on that finish. After clicking on the finish, the page will be open. In that, Android Studio will give you a sample code. You just click on sync. Sindhu, you just click on sync. Sujit, which step you are not seeing? You have to mention that one. So after the code, in the top of your code page or in the bottom, you can see that Gradle syncing is in progress. That process, wait until to the process will be done. After that process will be done, you can see in the right top of your corner, you can see three options. In that, the middle one is the split screen. Click on that one. Like Kumar, why you are running this app? I didn't tell you to the run. We are not using that any devices, so that's why it is showing you don't need to run. You just click on that split option, so that preview page will be open. In that preview page, if you are not seeing any output, it will asking for build and refresh. Click on that one. Mohammed, if you are not seeing the split screen option, then your Gradle syncing process will be not done. So if you are not seeing any output and all, okay, I know it is taking too much time. So you guys have some patience until it will give your output. So one thing, some of them students are not seeing that anything in that preview. So some of like one of them is asking how to do this Gradle, right? You can see in the top of your page, like in the app run button will be there, and one debug app button will be there. Settings, search button, and some of other options will be there. You can see in my screen. So in that, before the search button, before the search option, you can see one option will be there, like one icon will be there, sync project with the Gradle files. You can see that one, sync project with the Gradle files, right? You just click on that one. So then only you can check that your Gradle project is syncing or not, or it is in a progress. Once, if you are not seeing any options in the right corner, click on this Gradle project sync in progress. Click on that option. After that, also you go. After that, you can see those options. These three options you can see. If you are not seeing output in your preview, those who are not seeing output in your preview, like how many of you are not seeing any output in your preview? And one thing I have to tell you guys, like processing, initializing, building, this is not in my hand. This is based on your network speed. So if your internet will be slow, it will take too much time. If your internet is fast, it will take less time. So if it's showing that it is the Gradle syncing is in the process, or in the preview page, it is showing that build and refresh is loading, or it is showing initializing, you just wait. Don't type it as ma'am, it is showing initializing from too much time. I know it is taking too much time because of your network speed only. Is my voice is not audible? Akash, it is audible for everyone. You just check with your system. So those who are not getting the output, like in the preview, or some of them are facing like SDK, missing SDK or some other things. I will show you guys some steps. You just go through with those things. Now you are all seeing my screen, right? Okay. Then in your left top corner, in that page, in that Android Studio page, in the left top corner, you can see the four lines will be there. The main menu. The four lines will be there in the main menu. Click on that one. So it will show you some options like a file, edit, view, navigate, and some other options will be shown here. First thing in the left top corner, you can see that four lines. Click on those lines, and later it will show you some options in that row. So in those options, go to the tools. So in those options, go to the tools. Go to the tools option, and then select for that SDK manager. In the tools, select SDK manager. So that setting page will be open, right? So in that, in the middle of your page, like you can see Android SDK location will be there, right? In the below of that location, you can see that SDK platforms, SDK tools, and SDK update sites will be there. So in that, that SDK platforms is already open. So in these options, you just select two options. One is Android 16.0, and that API level is 36.0. And another one option is Android 14.0, that API level is 34. Carefully choose these options. If it is already selected, don't worry. You just check that status. You can see in the status it is already installed. Those who are not installed, click on install. First thing, in the SDK platforms, you have to select these two things, Android 16.0 and Android 14.0. And look at that API levels also. There are so many options in the Android 16.0. You have to install that API level of 36.0 for the Android 16.0. And for the Android 14, you have to select the API level of 34. So after selecting these two options, go to that SDK tools. Go to that SDK tools. So in that tools, like Android SDK build tools and Android emulator is selected inbuilt. So you just select the three things, that Android SDK command line tools, the first thing you have to select, and the Android emulator hypervisor driver, the second thing. Version is of 2.2.0. For Android emulator hypervisor driver, the version is of 2.2.0. And another one thing you have to select, Android SDK platform tools. Android SDK platform tools you have to install. That version is of 36. Did you all got it right? Those who are not getting the output and all. Okay, I will explain, or like I will repeat once again. When I am telling you guys the steps, you just listen carefully. So in that Android page, in the left corner, in the left top corner, you can see the four lines. Click on those things, and in that, go to the tools option. In those options, go to the tools option, and in the tools, select for that SDK manager. In the tools, select for SDK manager. So in that you can see, right, SDK platforms, the options are already opened. So in these SDK platforms, you can only to choose the two options. You have to choose only two options, Android 16 and Android 14. You just go with API level and select those things. That Android 16 API level is of 36 and Android 14 API level is of 34. Select these two things, and after that move to that SDK tools. So in this also, you have to select five things. I hope like Android SDK build tools and Android emulator will already selected. Once check if it's selected or not, and you have to select Android SDK command line tools. One thing, and Android emulator hypervisor driver. The second thing, and Android SDK platform tools. Third thing, you just select these third options, three options. And for selecting that Android SDK platform tools, you have to look at the version 36.0.2. You have to install this one. So in your devices, it is not installed. It will asking for install. Click on install. After that, click on OK. First thing, click on install, and after that, click on OK. Got it right? Like your friend sharing your steps, what I am telling before, the steps will be shared. You can check on those steps and follow those things. It's good. Like Shubham, it's good. You are thinking like by your own, you just solve your problem. Like Akshata, the course is not locked. You once go and check it. Not now. After ending that meeting, you just go and check it. Still now, I am using the platform, right? And some of them are asking for the progress, like we are already completed all the tasks and other things, but still it is showing the not showing any updated, right? So one thing, can you tell me like did you do that assessments? Assessments is not giving, right? Then how can you complete that session and how can you expect that you have to that platform have given you a progress? You are not completing. Did you click on that mark as completed and all? Like one thing, guys, don't worry about that percentage. If you are completed your all the task and click on that mark as completed, we know that you are completed this task. For some percentage, sometimes it will happen like it is not updated. But after some time, it will update it. After gradual sync process is done, you in the right top corner you can see the three options will be there. In that option, the middle one is a split option. Click on that one. So your preview page will be open. In Android 14, you have to select the 34 API level. That is not an option. That is an API level. Guys, if you are facing any issues in that platform, regarding the platform issues, the another one extra session will be conducted for the those platform issues. So you just join that session and ask your questions there. And that meeting will conducted soonly. We will inform. Don't ask me like when it is completed, when it is conducted. Soonly, shortly, it will conducted. And other thing, if some of them are not seeing like facing that initializing still now, right? So that initializing is not my problem. This is a problem of Android Studio. And I don't know. Like when we are after initializing only, you can see that output. So if we are still facing that initializing in that, you just wait because so many of them are using now. So if you are getting that main activity, after that you can see in the top or in the bottom of your page that gradual syncing process. This one pop-up will be there. Or in the bottom, it is showing that importing that Gradle or something. So wait until that processing is done. After that, you can see that three option in the right top corner of your page. So in that three options, the middle one is the split screen, like a split option. Click on that one so that preview page will be open. Guys, one thing like if you are not seeing that output in the preview, or if it's taking too much time, Don't worry about that things. It will give you an output. Other than if it's you are not seeing any output in that, we will have another option there. I just waiting sometime because they you are all asking me questions, right? So that's why I'm waiting. Like tomorrow, I will tell you that another option and all. If preview is not working, the other option is there. There you can see your output also. And one thing, if you are facing any issues, first thing you just think, how can I solve? Is there any other ways? You are not doing that one. You just, if you are facing any issue, you just come and type and message, ma'am, I'm facing issues. No, you just think first, is any other ways? No, you don't have to restart a whole process. If initializing is not done, you just refresh your page, or you can just ignore that preview page. Sometimes the preview will is not working, so you just ignore that thing. Tomorrow we can connect it to that emulator, so you can see that output in there. And also one thing, like now if you are closing that Android Studio page also, whenever you open that page, it will ask like the whole process, some process, and after that it is taking to this what the project you are last exited. In what project you are in this when you are last exited, it will take you to that project only. So don't worry about those things. If you are not seeing now, sometime just leave it now, and some after time go and check it. And for the session two task and all other things, or just wait sometime. Like I'm not completed this session two today. There are so many things will be there to complete this session two. So today you just like don't complete the task and all because you don't know what we are doing next, right? Once I will show my screen. If one is facing the syntax error, some other errors, you just check with code, and later you can refresh your preview. Lavanya, I answer to your question. You only asking me that we have to complete this task of session two or not. I'm telling you I am not completed this session two, so you just wait. So once, guys, you just go through with this code, like you can check your code is correct or not. And one thing, if you are not seeing this import, you in import, and there are three dots will be there. Click on that one. They won't come like import is not saying. Just take and snap like a photo or something. What error it is showing? Like Just explain briefly what error it is showing. Just listen carefully what I am asking. How many of them get an output? Who are getting the output, just give me a thumbs up. If you're not getting, don't react. Rishi, for preview, there is no devices is connected. For emulator, we have to connect the devices. So you just wait tomorrow, we can check it the output in the emulator. Some of your friends are getting those output. If you are having a contact with them, just ask them how to do these things. Otherwise, for tomorrow, we will connect to that emulator and see that output. For today, we will wind up here. So thank you for joining. We will meet on tomorrow at 4 o'clock.